Running with the Devil, part 2. Last day I covered the intro, verses 1 and 2, and choruses 1 and 2. And so today I'm going to take it from the guitar solo. And the chord progression for the guitar solo, the underlying chord progression is A, G, A, and then G, E minor. Okay, so Eddie starts out by playing this A major arpeggio. Then he moves to G. Okay, so we have, just finished playing the chorus. And then you slid down the neck and you can slide back up the 4th string into the 14th fret. Use your first finger, and once you arrive at the 14th fret, use your first finger as a bar across the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Okay, so we have slide and then 4th, 3rd, 2nd. All at the 14th fret. Leave the bar down. Then add your second finger to the 2nd string, 15th fret, and then pinky on the 2nd string, 17th fret. Back to the 15, play the 15 again and pull off to the bar at the 14. Then play, and that was 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. And then you can slide perhaps from the 5th fret into the 12th. Play the exact same pattern you played 2 frets higher. So the first 2 phrases. Number 3 starts off the same as phrase number 1, but finish off with the pull-off. Then we're going to play. That's the 1st string, 17th fret. Grab it with your 3rd finger, back up the bend with your 2nd and 1st, and bend up a whole step. So bend up and then hold the bend. Take it 2 more times, and then play the 17th fret without the bend. And then we have to finish up. You'll play the 2nd string, 12th fret. You'll play it twice and then play the 13th fret. And I would recommend using your first finger for both of those frets. And then play the 15th fret of the 2nd string with your 3rd finger. Pull off to the 1st finger. And then plant your 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 15th fret, along with your pinky on the 1st string, 15th fret. And play them staccato, meaning short. And then bend the 2nd string about a half step, while also picking the 1st string. Your pinky doesn't move. And then play it a 3rd time, and this time bend up a whole step on the 2nd string. And then slide both fingers down the fingerboard. And once again, your pinky doesn't move. It just rests on the 1st string, 15th fret. Okay, without bending the string. So slowly. Okay, and then back into the chorus. Phrasing that signature riff, play short, long. strumming, hammer on, and then you'll play this short, long, short, after you play the third chorus, then you'll return to the verse and you'll play. We discussed that in the first video, and then we have this. We have these harmonics. Start by playing the third string 12th fret harmonic, so just touch the string right above the fret wire at the third string. I use my third finger as a bar so I can go from the third string to the first string quickly. I pick down, up. Now you're going to play the third string open at that point. So harmonic on the third string 12th fret, harmonic on the first string 12th fret, and then open third string. And then you'll play harmonics on the second and on the third and second strings at the 7th fret. Third, second. So, and then harmonics on the third, second, and first strings at the 5th fret. So. Video when I was talking about the reverse rake on the E minor, I recommended strumming across all 6 strings. Eddie might be strumming from the 3rd string down. So and you rake down, turn the volume up as you enter back into the chorus. So you'll play another chorus, and then we go into the second solo slowly. Variation there. Instead of playing, which we saw in the first first solo chorus, this time he substitutes for and that's a 2.5 step bend. So you play the 17th fret of your second string, and you're going to bend up from E to A. That's a perfect 4th. So there's your target pitch. It also can be found on the 17th fret first string. So play the practice bending that up. I think Eddie used gauge 9 through 40 Fender strings back when this was recorded, and of course he was tuned down to semitone. So light strings tuned down to semitone will help. If you're using heavy gauge strings, you might find it difficult to reach that target pitch. Okay, and moving on to the last phrase. The final phrase of the second solo. So that there is slightly different than what we saw in the first solo. So we're going to slide up to the 14th fret, apply that bar, play the 3rd and 2nd string, and after 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings at the 12th fret, grab the 13th fret, and then 15th fret back to the 13th, and then 15th fret by itself, bend it up a half step by itself, and then add your pinky to the 1st string, 15th fret, and bend the 2nd string up a whole step, and slide down. So the 2nd solo. Go into the final chorus. They'll play that phrase 4 times, and then the final 5th and final time, Ed grabs that E major bar chord at the 7th fret. You'll play the chord, hold it, slide down, and then roll off your volume at the conclusion of the slide. That E major bar chord, 1st finger on the 5th string, 7th fret, 3rd finger bars across the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings at the 9th fret.